Beautiful people, welcome to another amazing episode of Fameidols Hangout. This is the number one stop shop for everything entertainment, everything celebrity gist, the number one stop shop for information. Because you will take his witch conscience. 23rd day for the month of December, and I'm super excited to be here because it's 2 days to Christmas, but it suits me anyhow. Come on, it's about the birth of Jesus Christ. Generally, it's a season of love, and I know you should be as excited as I am because come on, what's this world without love? Come on. I hope your weekend actually went well. I hope everything you had enough time to rest. It's the holiday seasons and the children are happy. The children are actually very happy. They're super excited. But the parents are not too happy. You know, my neighbor today, my neighbor actually told me she cannot wait for her child to resume school because they don't disturb her. And, you know, kids being kids, they're already running up and down, making a hell of noise and all that. So she's like, make school just resume, make she rest. So did you actually enjoy your weekend? How did the weekend go? Was it as exciting as it should be? A lot of people already started their Christmas splendor. A lot of people have started their Christmas enjoyment. A lot of people, you know, chicken don't dey scarce. Chicken don't dey scarce. I don't know who put them as covenant say you must chop chicken on Christmas Day. Who make that law? Who make that? Say me now, I don't buy half pint of crayfish that I'm going to use and celebrate Christmas. So I do not know. I don't have business with chicken this particular year. No, me and chicken not even there at all this year. So you're very much welcome to another exciting episode of Fameidols Hangout. And this is where we'll give you all the necessary information, all the necessary education, all the necessary things that we feel you should know as family members. Yes, I call it the Fameidols family. I call it the Fameidols family. So all the things we feel you should know as our family members, we are going to be definitely letting you know at this particular junction. So you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. And I am Osita, the rugged gentleman. If you're a regular, if you've been listening from the 2nd of December, you should know this particular face by now. Before I tell you all the gist of this CARICOM, before I start to inform you everything we're going to be talking about today, I have two amazing people in the building with me. I have two amazing people in the building with me. So very briefly, I think let me give them the opportunity to give a shout out, you know, celebrate people before we proceed. So you could introduce yourself. I will start with the beautiful lady first. Let her introduce herself. As always, come on, they said ladies first.
All right, that's me. All right, good evening, everyone. Lee is glad to be here. I hope you're going to enjoy a wonderful session this evening.
Yes, of course. Rosalind is in the building. Rosalind is in the building. Rosalind, how was your weekend? Hope your weekend went well.
Definitely, my weekend went well with the buzzing of Lagos and the traffic. Regardless, it was awesome experience.
Like the traffic was actually something else. The traffic was actually, I was stuck in traffic for 2 days in a row, Friday, Saturday. I don't know, it was something that don't bring back traumatic memories to me, please. Let's just forget about last weekend. Let's move on with our life at this particular point. The traffic, I will not forget in a hurry. I will not. All
Oh,
right, so it's
no,
me and
never,
Roslyn
not
today.
with
We're going to be doing
Lagos.
this up until we'll leave. Yes, I believe as a Lagosian, you should be used to the traffic already. It's not actually a new thing. So Fame Idols in general is a platform where we are big on creatives, we are big on promoting talents. We are doing a lot for the creative industry. And if you know you are somebody that is either an industry executive, if you know you are somebody that is looking for a platform whereby you can promote yourself, then this is actually the place to be. You should be signed up on our website. I'll give you the website for those that are just watching this particular podcast for the very first time. It's www.fameidols.com. www.fameidols.com. If by adventure you want to know more about the industry work, you want to sell or rent your gears of studio, and also you want to learn or teach a creative skill, this is the platform you are supposed to be. If you want to discover or promote your industry event, you have that particular audition that you need talents to actually, fill in for you, or you have that particular industry event that you want a large number of following to be on, then you should be signed up on our site. Endeavor to follow us on all our social media platforms at YouTube, Fame Idols Online, at Instagram, Fame Idols Online, at on Facebook, it's at Fame Idols, on X is at Fame Idols. Also on YouTube, it's at Fame Idols Online. Even on TikTok, we are everywhere. Just follow us. Wherever you're watching this particular broadcast from, if you are watching on YouTube, I'd really appreciate if you can share, you could like, or you could follow us. Let people know about this wonderful one. And we'll just be here to give you all the juiciest gist that's going on in the world of celebrity, the celebrity world, all the gist that they happen for the celebrity world and also the entertainment world as a whole, both home and abroad. Now, me and Roslyn, we go talk, we go yarn, we go chook the yarn together. Everything. Yes, we go yarn massive. The very first story on my list is what I'm going to be beginning with at this particular juncture, and I believe as we do, I'm going to collect the story small. This one, as the way we say, too sweet me. This particular one is something that I'm not too happy about because over the weekend, I believe we all heard about this particular incident. If you're very conversant online, you heard about this particular one, and it has been all over the place. I'm talking about the incidents that happened at the charity event at okay, the charity event at Ibadan or your state, sorry, the charity event at Ibadan or your state, whereby a couple of children, I think about 35 of them actually lost their life. This is not it's not too good. Yes, it's not too good. And the Olori, that is the former wife of the Oni of Ife, Olori Naomi, was reportedly she actually collapsed in police custody. Yes, she actually collapsed in police custody. Currently, investigation is actually going on. And if you didn't hear about this particular one, if you didn't hear about this particular incident, it happened in Oyo State, Ibadan precisely. The Olori, that's Olori Naomi, she actually, in partnership, or should I say collaboration with Agidigbo FM, a popular media establishment in that particular state, they did a charity event. A while back, and the idea of the event was to feed and gift 5,000 children with 5,000 naira each. Yes, they wanted to feed and gift 5,000 children with 5,000 naira each. And as things they did, it actually led to a stampede that claimed the life of 32 children. It claimed the life of 32 children. And this particular one, and a very sad one. A very, very sad one because it's I don't know. I don't even know where I should actually start commenting on this particular one from, because since I hear the news, I thought the first thing will come my mind, I say hunger day, because I believe it's hungry that actually prompted people to, start I believe it's hungry that actually led to the stampede or something of that nature. Before I proceed, Roslyn, what do you think? Well, let's not look at it from the angle whereby she actually collapsed in this one. I want to look at the incidents that led to the stampede. Do you think there would have been a better way they would have gone about it? Because gathering over 5,000 people and saying you want to share 5,000,
Uh,
would there have been, do you think there would have
of
been a
course.
better way to go about the entire
Um,
thing?
yes, regarding well, yeah.
All right. I think her network is not so amazing right now. But then, if the network eventually leaves her, then we would, you know, hear our own opinion. And a couple of celebrities have actually been
All right.
commenting on this particular matter.
So, my takes
Okay,
on
are you there?
Olori Naomi is that initially, I believe the first time of her at this kind of charity donations.
Roslyn, are you there? Ouch. I think the network is not so amazing. Yes, the network is not so good right.
So, regarding Olori Naomi, I believe this is not our first time doing this kind of charity donation and event in place. Or based on the report on Magazine newspaper based on the report, of course, they've planned well, but they were not expecting that kind of incident to happen on that very day. And the report, one of the reports which I read today, says that some of the parents were bringing in their children through the fence, which ought not to be so. I mean, they already had a number of people looking forward to um, serve in the event, which is specifically. However, Nigeria, due to the situation of the country, they tried to take advantage of things, and that was what led. Of course, she didn't foresee this, and she really meant good initially, which ended up turning to the hot time. I mean, this season which she is at, she had a good confidence, trust in herself, despite whatever is going on regarding the event.
Because I personally, I was looking at it from the angle whereby, churches organize things like this from time to time. Even in the church I attend, sometime last week, they did charity events whereby they shared things to the less privileged in the society, but it didn't lead to a stampede. So, what was so peculiar about this particular one that actually led to the stampede? Because I know things like this have been happening for a very, very long time. Let me make reference to the experience. It just concluded gospel
Definitely.
concerts that happened. A huge number of Nigerians were in that particular location, but we not hear of anything stampede. So why is this one peculiar one? Like, what's the difference? Is there? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what she didn't do right, or what the organizers. Let me not just put it on her. What the organizers didn't do right that actually led to this unfortunate incident. Because I believe the parents now. Imagine going to look for daily bread. Come carry your pikin, come back. You get a CD. So I don't know. I don't know. That's basically one or two things that have
So
actually been.
regarding that, for me, I would say, um, the thing that she didn't put in check before is involving the state. I mean, the police officers and every other officers that are in the security force that be in attendance even before the event. If that been put in place, that might have prevented what happened on that very day of the events. I believe if that was considered from the organizers by informing and collaborating with the state police officers and the community police officers, it would have prevented the bad incident happened that day. I think that was probably not or
All right, I understand completely where you're coming from, and I kind of agree with you because it's very important to carry the security bodies along, as many as they can be. I do not see, or I do not know a situation where we say the security agencies are actually too much. They're not get overdose. As many as I can be reached out to, even if it involves as in sister agencies, not just the police, NSCDC, that's the civil defense, as many as can be available for that kind of event. Because if you are planning to host 5,000 people, then things like this are bound to happen. Things like this are bound to happen. So you should put every possible you should look at every possible way in which things like this could be avoided. Yes, every possible way in which things like this can actually be avoided. Celebrity stylist Lumini actually put out a heartfelt message to the Oni's wife. Yes, that's Olori Naomi rather. She put out a message to Olori Naomi whereby she was, reaching out to her, telling her to be strong and courageous. Also, reaching out to the families of those that actually lost their child in that particular event because it's not
yeah.
easy at all. It's not easy. Losing a child is not something I wish on anybody. It's not easy at all. Our
Yeah.
heartfelt condolences. All of
In
us at
addition to
Fameidols have
that, I
heartfelt
also read
condolences.
that yes, in addition to that, I also read that due to the incident that happened that day, the governor of the state also celebrate his birthday, but due to the event, he had to postpone, just cut it off because of the event. The state is in a sad loss, state, and celebrating at that kind of thing will not be ideal. So it was actually a sad event.
Yes, it was very very sad. It was very very sad. So from all of us on Film Idols Hangout, we're actually saying heartfelt condolences to the families of those that actually love that actually lost their loved ones. To the governor of the state, to the Olori, we are saying quick recovery to her. We wish her very well, and we know. Yes, her good intentions. It can't be like say no, her good intentions are actually coming out to be something else because nobody might people might not actually remember that she had a good intention in mind. Every mind might just be focused on the negative effect of that particular program. So we're actually saying well to the Olori Naomi. We're saying well to her. We know that yes, it happen like this sometimes. So we are wishing her quick recovery and to the members of Oyo State at large, to the members of Oyo State at large, every citizen, or should I say indigene of Oyo State, we are actually saying them well and we wish they move on from this particular one as quickly as possible. We wish that they move on from this particular one as quickly as possible. And to
Yes.
the bereaved, to the family of the bereaved brother, we say our deepest condolences. Yes, our deepest condolences from all of us at Fame Idols Hangout. We say our deepest condolences. So moving on from this particular story, we'll be entering the very next story on my table here. And this one, it might actually touch Rosalie in one way or the other because I am always familiar with the praise women supporting
Who
women. And
knows?
this one will say that woman matter if he can't go touch Rosalie where you know good. So I believe we would have to tell Rosalie to take a chill pill first. If she has cold water, let her drink 6 bottles of cold water before we enter the very next story because let her not come become all emotional and stuff. I'm talking about the actor. Yes, I'm talking about the actor that actually accused her, the actor that actually accused her director and co-actor of sexual allegations. Yes, sexual allegations. And this is something that is actually, should I say, sensitive. This is a matter that is very, very sensitive. Blake Lively accused her co-star and director Justin Baldoni of sexual harassment. And this particular one, she made this particular statement known when she was talking about she said the director, sorry, the director Justin. I don't know. I'm trying to know the exact place she was coming from. According to the article that Blake actually published, she filed a complaint with California Civil Rights Department, alleging that Justice Baldoni and the studio behind the movie It Ends With Us engaged in a plan to tarnish her reputation after her husband Ryan Reynolds raised concerns about Baldoni's alleged conduct on set. Lively claimed that Bounty and the studio planted false narrative online, orchestrated a negative social media campaign, and published critical stories in the press to discredit her. Baldoni attorney denied the claim, stating that they are completely false, outrageous, and intentionally malicious. The attorney also alleged that Lively made demands and threats during production, which Lively has vehemently denied. This particular situation, they've actually been going back and forth here, and I was just trying to get the facts right because everything sexual harassment, especially on this particular scale, is always very one kind, if I'm allowed to use that particular word. It's always very one kind for me. I'm always trying to be, should I say, non-sentimental, in as much as we want to know the truth of the whole matter, but we have to look at it from every possible outcome. Her husband said she was assaulted while on set, and now she's coming out to say the actor, in conjunction with the studio, is planting false narratives online, is trying to discredit her, is trying to do all manner of things to her because of this particular accusation. And me and you know, say sexual harassment is not a small thing. Sexual harassment is not
Yeah.
a small thing. Couple of questions for Rosemary. Rosemary, what are your initial thoughts on the allegation made by Blake against Justin? I want to know, after hearing this particular one, what will be the first thing will come your mind when you hear this one? And how do you think the entertainment industry at large can actually checkmate this issue of sexual harassment? Because if I start to talk about sexual harassment, we might not end this particular broadcast. So, what do you think can be put in place? Like the industry
Yeah.
as a whole, what can they contribute situations like this? Like, how best do you think it should be addressed?
All right, regarding this particular matter, that's Blaze and Badoni. This was so severe. The reason being is that because they are co-workers, I mean, they are partners, colleagues in the industry. And hearing this kind of thing is actually damaging both reputation. I mean, from the female that is Badoni and Blaze. It's not a good thing that actually contributes to the celebrity figure in the industry. For the entertainment industry, how to curb this kind of thing, we actually take a long process. I mean, it's not something that can be checkmate all of a sudden and then justice will be brought to it right away. Of course, I mean, since the investigation is currently going on, I believe justice system is going to do well to dig into that to find out who exactly is saying the truth, who exactly is accusing the other person. And this will actually be a strong message to the entertainment industry as a whole that they should respect each other's boundary and should always maintain a relationship when it's come to act. If it has to come to relationship, then both parties must agree to it before it will now something like this, like accusation, parties' reputation in the industry.
Okay, personally, I feel Blake Lively now. This accusation she's making on her co-star and director. It's, should I say, easy? Let me use the word easy. It's too much easy for her actually a celebrity. I believe there might be one or two people that are not famous enough and they are not actually bold enough to speak out in cases like this. Are you there?
Yes, I am. I'm with you.
Because I was looking at yes, I'm looking at a situation whereby there might be people that are not able to speak, may not be on the same level or platform to actually, may not have the platform to actually speak up against alleged misconduct. So, do you have suggestions here? Do you have suggestions? I personally, I've been in the movie industry in Nigeria here for a while. I've featured in a couple of productions in Nigeria here, and I've heard a lot of things. Believe me, I've actually heard a lot of things. I've heard of situations whereby ladies, men, in fact, would tell you that potential actors will tell you that they have to go through a lot before they get movie roles. I've heard of ladies saying that directors would outrightly harass them sexually just to give them movie roles. Production managers will make them go through hell just to get movie roles. So I do not know a situation whereby you are not with the right platform. You do not have a voice. Let me put it that way. You're not as famous as Lively. To how do you generally how do
Yes.
you think someone can actually go about stuff like this? Because it they touch me. It they touch me. Imagine having to do unspeakable things just to get a movie role, especially people that are as passionate as I am. If you see, my voice don't they change one kind because I know they like hear this kind thing, especially for nights.
I understand. I understand. So regarding people of the high profile like Blaze and Badon, what I will encourage is that individuals should stand for him, for himself or herself. Like you should be able, as an individual, you should have the confidence to speak for yourself, regardless of the position or the title you occupy, the environment you find yourself in. If you find anything that is wrong in the community or wherever you are as an individual, perhaps in this part might be of this kind of thing. Learn to stand for what is wrong and what is right, okay? And I believe another thing they can do is to leverage the social media. I mean, the world is so much exposed that in this kind of situation, keep quiet, no matter how fearful or timid you are, be able to confide in somebody that, oh, this is what I'm going through, and I need help. and several organizations like NGOs, offline and online, that are actually dedicated and committed of matter. That see, you have been rich and influential as so person, but we are here to be your voice, to be your spokesperson, despite the fact that you don't have the financial capacity to go into law with the other person that have assaulted you or do you what that is inappropriate. So I believe I have that confidence, whether you are a male or you are a female, and one way or that somebody sexually assaulted you, be able to pick up for yourself, because this eventually is going to damage, affect the person mental health, it's going to affect the person's self-esteem, and it's going to affect the person and the way the person perceives himself or herself. So most important, he or she, whoever it is, should first of all learn how to speak for himself or herself, irrespective of whoever is, and also should also learn reach out to people who can be of help, like the NGOs and some social causes that we stand for him or her.
But you know, one thing, yeah, sorry to, I don't know, I would like to, I'd like ask question well. You mentioned social media, yeah, and while growing up, there's this saying that a problem shared, a problem half solved. But most recently, actually, I discovered that the saying has actually been changed. It's no longer a problem
Yeah.
shared, it's a problem half solved. It's now a problem shared, is a problem casted. So, social media, how do you think the social media can actually come into play? Because are you sure me put, like, for example, if me myself, Osita gentleman, is sexually assaulted in my working place, you understand? If I'm sexually harassed in my working place and I put it on social media, do you think the social media can actually, the online in-laws, as I like to call them, social media people, my followers on social media,
Pure
do you think they
line.
can, what role will they actually play to actually salvage the situation? Are you sure I'm not just setting myself up for gossip? People would not just see that guy where they assault him for an office, see that guy where they say, and am I not going to complicate things for myself? Because I've had situations of somebody coming out to say I was raped, and
Of
the very
course.
first thing, comment section was like, okay, she was indecently dressed, she set herself up for raping, she, in fact, now she do herself, and statements like that. So things like this are going to demoralize the next person that wants to come outside. So what role does the social media actually play for cases like this? Because sexual harassment is a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a very big deal from my point of view. What particular role do you think the social media can actually play?
Yeah, regarding this, I'd say I saw a recent something related to this on TikTok regarding a soldier woman in military accusing the general whatever of sexual assault, and as a result of that, the state government of Nigeria look into it. The president's wife, and at the end of the day, the allegation was false, and that because of that, she was dismissed from her work. One thing that is very important before you put anything out on social media, ensure you have proof. Proof of what you are saying, and not just proof. Proof is not actually enough. You know, people might take it based on influence and said, "Oh, you are lying. You are doing this thing." So it is advisable that you actually consult some, I would say, mentors or some organization that are actually committed to this on the appropriate means of approaching this kind of matter before putting it out on social media just like that. And then before you know, such person don't have control over what he or she posted. So I that's my concern regarding that.
All right,
Evidence
all
can
right. I believe
along with some
the case is still actually in
that
court.
will help
The case is still actually
society.
in court too. Yes, the case is still actually in court. So I believe the judicial system over there will do their best to make sure, to ensure that the real Tory go come outside. And I believe the moment where that particular Tory they come outside, we will go carry out for Fameidols hangouts. Come on,
Definitely
what
end
are
of
we
the
waiting for?
case, and I hope justice is
Yes.
served at the end of the day.
I would really, really appreciate if justice is actually served. If the co-star slash director is actually guilty for this particular crime, if he's proven guilty by the court of law, I want him to face the full wrath of the law, because a lot of people feel because of their celebrities, they can get away with anything. It's high time that narrative is being expelled completely. So if he's found guilty, I would like him to dance to the tune of the music completely. Make him use the head carry the matter. Yes, make him use the head carry the matter. Before I go on to the very next story on my table here, I'd like to ask Rosalind. I don't know. I like putting people on the spot. I forgot to tell you that. So I'd like to ask you: have you at any point been into movies? Rosalind, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I said, have you at any point been into movies? Have you at any point been into movies?
Have
Like
I at any
acting,
point
like
been
acting. Have
into?
you acting? Are you an actor by
Yeah,
chance? Have you been
definitely.
into
When
movies?
I remember when I was younger than this, I participated in live stage. Yes, actually, yes.
Okay, I
Previously,
wanted to
some
know.
years back, I was acting, but not now. I deviated from that career path. But I'm actually
Ah,
still in line with
you
the
have
career
backslide.
path, but not really committed.
Not the way you want to tell me. You don't backslide. Not
Not
the way
really
you want to. You don't backslide.
backslide. It is growth. I think everybody will not be on this, and some people get the move.
I like the fact that you said everybody will not be on the screen, and I'm watching you from the screen, and you're saying everybody will not be on the screen, but it's fine. It's fine. I don't know. I wanted to ask, which do you prefer? Yeah, physical auditions or online auditions? Which do
It's
you
not
prefer?
actually a bad thing. No,
Rosalind, which do you prefer? Do you prefer physical auditions or online auditions? I think her network is not so. I think our network is not so amazing at this particular point. I'd like to use this particular opportunity to inform you, yes, everybody watching this particular broadcast right now, that you could drop your comment about any of the stories that have already been
I can
taken.
hear you
And you could
now,
drop a comment.
Osita.
Okay, I was asking the physical auditions or online auditions, which do you prefer? Ouch. All right. Do well to drop your comments. Do well to drop your comments at any point in this particular broadcast. If the stories that have been shared before, the stories that have been shared before, if you have any comments per se, please drop your comments. I would like to hear from you. If you want to comment on the sexual harassment accusation by Blake Lively, or about the incident that happened at Royal State, there's a stampede that happened at Royal State, we would like to hear from you. Whatever you're watching from, if you drop your comments, I'll take it live. Yes, I'll take it live. As it hot. You know, I know they ever allow anything cold. As it hot, as they drop the comment, I could take them exactly as it's supposed to be. And also, I'd like to inform the general public, people watching this particular broadcast, I'd like you to know that Fameidols Hangouts come to your screens, come your way every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from the hours of 8. Yes, from the hours of 8 till I carry my kayak come out from your screen. Now, so we do on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So do well to spread the word, spread the good news. Let your people know that it's actually happening here. Let your people know that it's actually happening here. And the very next edition, that's the Christmas special, is going to be here. We're going to be here live here. And you never can tell. I might have one or two things that I'm going to, in the spirit of Christmas, you never can tell. So tell somebody that the Christmas special is going to be happening live, and we might do something special for Christmas. We might do something special for Christmas. So spread the word. And if you know you are a member of the creative industry, if you know you're a member of the creative industry, if you know you have the particular audition that you'd want to put outside there, you want a lot of people to know about what you do, you have that industry event that is coming up, and you're looking for a platform whereby you could gather creatives, where you could gather talents. Come on, speaking of talents, let me just let you know what we do. We are big on talent promotion. I say this every time. Fameidols, we are actually very, very big on talent promotion, because we have been pushing out a lot of talent, from Fameidols Playhouse to Fameidols Got Talent that's just recently concluded. Sorry, that is actually concluding this week. It's actually concluding this week. It started around July. It's actually concluding this week. We've been rolling out a number of talents. We've been letting people know about these faces, the next big things in the creative industry. So if you know you have an audition you'd like to organize, I like to make reference to auditions here because it's one of our selling points. It's one of the things we do. You want a platform where you could gather talent, you could let people know about this particular event, you could save yourself the stress of organizing physical auditions, then you should be signed up on our site, www.fameidols.com. www.fameidols.com. Once you're signed up on the site, you get numerous opportunities, and you'd see stories. Yes, celebrity gist. You see a lot that, you know, you'd see a lot that you should be aware of, a lot that you should know. If you want to connect with OC Target Gentleman or any of the Fameidols presenters personally, you should be signed up on the site, www.fameidols.com. I'll be moving on to the very next story right now, because I believe Grace is, I don't know, I believe Roslyn would want to, would want to choke mouth. Let me put it that way. And this particular one is, I don't know. I found it surprising. And a lot of people have been switching for a very long time. On Friday, I told you all watching that Yul Edochie announced officially that he would like to be the next governor of Anambra State. That is switching from movies that we know him for, switching to being a pastor, a minister of God online. And then from that, he's now switching into politics. Say he wants to be the next governor of Anambra State. Before that, we talked about Funke Akindele switching from switching from movies to politics. Funke Akindele switching from movies to politics. She actually ran for deputy governor of Lagos State. Now, Denzel Washington, a popular actor in United States, is actually embracing a different chapter of his life. Yes, Denzel Washington is actually embracing a different chapter of his life. The 69-year-old actor, known for his powerful performance in movies like Training Day and Gladiator 2, was baptized on Saturday, December 21st, at Kelly Temple Church of God in Christ in Harlem, New York City. During the ceremony, which was live streamed on Facebook by the First Jurisdiction Church of God in Christ, Eastern New York, Denzel was also presented with a minister's license, a step that paves way for future ordination. Now, Denzel Washington is a known face in the Hollywood industry. Yes, he's actually a very known face in the Hollywood industry, and he has featured in numerous movies. He has featured in numerous movies. He has done a lot in that particular space. Yeah. And he baptized. He's embracing the spiritual, should I call it call? He's embracing the call of God. He wants to go spiritual. He wants to face this new chapter of his life. Now, I was looking at it from an angle whereby he's a known face. He has won a couple of awards as an actor. Now he's switching to something very, very different. Since I saw this particular story, since I was reading this particular story, I know in Nigerian, I've been trying to remember his name. I'm trying to place my hand on it. He was in the movie The Woman King. In fact, he was a killer in that movie, Woman King, and he also embraced the call of God. Currently he is a man of God. He is the pastor of a church. I'm trying my best to remember his name. Rosalind, if you can help me with his name, I'll be super excited. But then, what do you think? There's in Washington switching from being a minister, from being a celebrity actor to a minister?
Well, not surprising. The reason why it's not surprising is because the world is evolving and we have several stories on a daily basis as we go, and him switching from his career path to a minister, of course, I would say maybe it's a new career path for him, jokingly. But however, if he actually hear the call of God, it is to him, we are not, as the current trend says, we listen, we don't judge. We say we actually listen and we are actually not judging. So we hope his ministerial path blows, blooms just like his previous, hopefully, if indeed God is involved as he has said.
Personally, I knew the name would actually come to me, and I'm talking about Jimmy Odukoya. Yes, Jimmy Odukoya was in Woman King, and now he actually embraced the call of God. He's now a pastor. He's the pastor of a church. And there's a Washington. I'm looking at it from an angle whereby, you know the way movie scenes are. You know the kind of things they do in movie scenes, both Hollywood and Nollywood. They kind of let me be outright with it. Imagine seeing scenes of your pastor. Imagine seeing scenes of your pastor. You should open your phone and you have a video of your pastor kissing scene from a movie. Imagine what would how that is going to affect your mind. I go talk because this thing had actually been in my head for a very long time now. This particular person as a celebrity actor, he has done a lot of explicit scenes, he has done a lot of kissing scenes, and now he's your man of God. You're going to church, you see him on the altar preaching. Roslyn, be truthful with me, talk to me. Wouldn't that affect your Christianity one way or the other? Tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. Don't lie to me. Tell me the truth.
It's really simple. The thing is that uh, uh, as I said earlier on, people of course evolve growth stage in life. So I believe in moving from the movie part to the ministerial part right now.
Ouch, I think the network is
Much in
not
it.
so clear. I think
And I mean in his career, he invested so much in his career. He invested so much in becoming the character that we know and we like. So him switching from that career path now to a ministerial aspect, of course, is going to take him, and hopefully, who knows, he might succeed there as well.
what he might, we actually, I beg, we pray for him to succeed. Not he might, he will definitely succeed, please. He will definitely succeed. Denzel, we're actually rooting for you. And we're not saying this like he's not already a minister. He's not already a minister. He just received his license and he did his baptism. I watched the clip of his baptism and it was actually full immersion. They did him completely. He's living a new life, yeah. And there's a
Yes.
Washington that I know personally. He doesn't do kissing scenes. I just cited that particular example. Denzel Washington doesn't do kissing scenes. He has actually been a very principled man, and I believe his beliefs generally doesn't allow him to do kissing scenes. So I'm not saying that because of Denzel. I was just citing a different example because there are a couple of Nigerian actors and actresses that I'm wondering them answering the call of God.
Yeah.
It's going to be something else. Ah, no, it will be something else. Let's say the truth. There are some people that are walking to the church and see them on the altar and I will turn back. I just cannot stand. Rosalie, should I call names? Should we shake this table finally? Should I call names? Give me your permission. Give me your permission. Should I call
Well, I would
names?
say it's actually something else. God called them, the Lord did this to them, and at the end of the day, doing well. So let's watch and see. We listen, we don't judge.
All right, big ups to Denzel Washington. We wish you well. Definitely, the moment you become ordained officially, we're going to carry the news here. So we don't talk and say you don't do your baptism. We'll let people know that you've done baptism. The moment you become ordained officially, I believe the path is already set for his ordination. So we'll definitely let you know as the story unfolds. The moment he becomes ordained, we might visit
Yeah.
his church. You never can tell. We'll give you live footage from inside his church. You never can tell. We would let you know because I believe he has one or two people that actually he's their faves. Let me put it that way. He has one or two people that is actually their faves. To the next story, to the very next
Yeah.
story, to the very next story. Rosalind, before we know the progress of this particular program, Rosalind, FC or 30 BG? Are you Wizkid FC or are you Davido's 30 BG? Where do you stand?
Sorry, can you come again, please?
I said, are you FC? Are you FC or are you 30 BG? Where do you stand? No, Muslim, you have to answer this question. Are you with Wizkid or with Davido? Are you with Wizkid or with Davido? Let me know if you're a friend or you're not. Ah, I will come back to this question. The question is very, very crucial. Okay, can you hear me now?
Okay.
Can you hear me now? The network is not so great. The network is not so great. I really wanted to know if
Yes, I
Muslim
can
is
hear you now.
with Wizkid. That's better. Are you Wizkid FC or you are 30 BG? Where do you stand?
Oh, that's a tough one.
We just have to do that. Come on, we just have to do that.
That's
You say you're supporters of who? Ouch. I
what
want to hear this. I want to hear this.
everybody
Seriously, I want to hear this.
team, nobody will support.
All right, we apologize for that break in transmission. We sincerely apologize for that break in transmission. Before the break, we were talking about Wizkid, number one FC, biggest eagle, big fish, Janla Wizkid Ayo. Yes, Ayomide Balogun. An incident happened at a native land concert held in Lagos State. Come on, a lot of things actually happened in Lagos State over the, should I say, the festive season in Nigeria. The moment of say they reach December like this, Lagosians are always super excited because back to back entertainment, back to back, you know, back to back. Let me just put it that way. Back to back flanger they happen for the city of Lagos. So over the weekend, 21st December precisely, Ayo Balogu, popularly known as Wizkid, he actually was in the Native Land concert. Yes, it was actually the Native Land concert, and after his performance, something should I call it tragic, something terrible actually happened to Wizkid. A lot of FC are already wondering, which one can be terrible again? Waiting happen. He lost his phone. Yes, Wizkid lost his phone in that particular concert. And he came out on social media to actually announce that he is willing to give 5 million naira to anybody that could actually help him to get that particular phone. 5 million naira to anybody that could actually help him to get that particular phone. And also his close party DJ Tunes added 2 million naira. That's making it a total of 7 million naira to anybody that could actually help him get this particular phone. It could actually help him get this particular phone. I believe there are a lot of documents in that phone that no, he's just not just willing to let go. Imagine spending as much. How much before? How much before that Wizkid is willing to give 5 million and the Jetune is willing to add 2 million naira to get that exact phone. Now the Native Lad concert was actually a success. It went well. I saw a couple of performances from that particular concert. When I'm saying things like this, a lot of people are wondering, what's it that you see? But come on, I'm into entertainment basically. So things like this do not happen behind my back. I'm always in the forefront. So Wizkid performance was top notch in that particular concert. Wizkid did his best. He brought his flow as he should be. You know, the Wizkid vibe in anything is always different. He's big wigs for a reason. So I saw his performance and I was super excited just immediately after his performance. Then only to hear this particular one say person taking phone. It's a sad news. It's a sad news if I do say so myself. So giving that much money, I don't know. Do you Muslim, do you think that there should be a price tag attached to a stolen phone before this particular phone will come outside? Is it right? Is it right? Is it right to even say you want to offer somebody 5 million naira? That is price of land in my village because of this particular person stole a phone. From what angle do you want to talk about
Well,
this particular story? Because a lot of people going through my head. I really wanted to know from what angle you'd like to talk about this particular matter because I was thinking at it from different ways. Why should there be a price tag? Why should there be a promise of 7 million naira for Whiskey's phone to be returned? Like, I don't know. I know it never add up. It never add up for me. Let me just put it that way. It never add up for me. Are you there?
of course, I am here. So regarding Wizkid lost phone, that was a sad one for him. I mean, a lot of valuable documents and assets were on his phone. For him to have given out such amount of money out that whoever found out the phone is willing to pay that amount of money. I mean, and it's not surprising. It is really not surprising if you look at estimates of people using phones and people using other devices, mostly the numbers of the users of phone is actually higher than users of iPad and heavy other devices. If since this is something that it can just take around easily, and a lot of documents, a lot of assets, contracts, I mean, valuable network contacts is actually on that device. And for him losing it means a lot to him. I mean, it's something he has worked hard for. Losing it at that point is not, he just has to find a way to get it. And I hope he's going to get it. I mean, if the fans are kind to him, I pray they are kind to him. If they are kind to him, they might return the phone to him. And Trust Wizkid is going to actually give the the person that returns the phone the cash right there.
Yes, of course. This particular one comes shortly after Wizkid hosted and a private dinner. Yes, this particular one come after Wizkid hosted a private dinner in Lagos, and a couple of Nigerian celebrities, big name in the celebrity in the entertainment industry, right, actually attended this particular dinner. Two Baba was there, Olamide was there, Thames was there, Wandi Cole, Buga, Sheyi Vibes, couple of others actually went to this particular event. The fans are having mixed feelings about Wizkid's missing phone. Yes, fans are having mixed feelings. A couple of people are saying he should get his phone back even without the 5 million naira attached to it. And I believe Wizkid Wizkid is a big name. So this one now is actually painting Nigerian bad. This one now is actually painting Nigerian bad. Losing your phone after a performance is something that might make other celebrities, maybe the ones that are not in Nigeria or the ones in Nigeria here, they pick on they get double mind. Yes, they might actually be having mixed feelings about performing in certain places because if Wizkid can actually lose his phone, why should I come there to come and perform? A situation whereby this one now it's already on the global map. The kind of person Wizkid is already on the global map that his phone was officially missing after or during an event. We are not really sure if it was during the event or should I say if it was during his performance, before his performance or after his performance. The details are not actually clear to us here, but then it happened in the course of that particular event. So I strongly believe that it would paint Nigerians bad. Yes, it will paint Nigerians bad. From all of us at Fameidols Hangouts, I'm literally begging. I am begging. If you are per adventure, the person that's with that phone is watching this particular video, please return FC CEO's phone to him. Big Wiz needs his phone. How do you want him to cope? How do you want him to cope? Do you know what if there are songs that are yet to be released on that particular phone? It have gone just like that. You are stressing us. You are stressing us with the FCs. Please return our daddy's phone to us. Our fave, we can't. He needs his phone, please. He needs his phone, please. That's very, very important. Yes, the last story on top my table for you, and this particular one is something that has been going on since 2015. This particular one is something that has been going on since 2015. Conversant with the former United States President Barack Obama, he has this particular list, this particular
Of
playlist
course,
that he
returns
released.
Big Daddy your phone. It is very
Oh, the network, dog. She won't follow back. She won't follow back. It's very important. Yeah, moving on to the very next story. I believe Barack Obama, the former president of the United States, he has this tradition that he does every year. Around this particular time, he does this particular thing whereby he releases his playlist. He releases his playlist. And this year, this tradition started in 2015. This year, 2024, Asake, our very own Olalade Asake, he is on that particular playlist. Yeah, he's on that particular playlist. And Rema is also on that particular playlist with the song Yeyo. Rema is on the playlist with the song Yeyo. And also Ashake is on that particular playlist with the song Active. Yeah, with the song Active. Okay, let me look for the artists that are on that playlist. Let me look for the artists that are on that playlist because there are a couple of them that were there. And I would really like you to know because it's now like, it's an annual something. I believe a lot of big names are actually even looking forward to entering that particular playlist. There was a time that it was a thing. I can remember a couple of years back. If you're an A-list, you are in Obama's. There was a time Obama was. No, I'm trying to remember the particular artist, and it was a big deal. It was a big deal for the president of the United States then to be vibing to your song. So a couple of artists were working to be on the playlist. So I'm looking for the exact list. Yes, I'm looking for the exact list of people that made it to this year's Obama's playlist. This year's Obama's playlist. That's minus Ashake and Rema that has already stated. Yes, minus Ashake and Rema that was already stated. Global heavyweights, including Billie Eilish, was on that particular playlist. Beyonce was on the playlist. Kendrick Lamar was on that playlist also. I'm looking for a full list. Please forgive me. I'm looking for the full list of the artists that were in that playlist. Before I get the full list over here, that's Barack Obama favorite Gosling. Have you been following up this particular one for a while? Have you heard about Barack Obama's playlist before now? Have you heard about the playlist before now? Gosling, are you there? Can you hear me? All right. I believe her network is not so fantastic right now. So I was trying to list a couple of artists that are in that particular playlist. It's Barack Obama's favorite music of 2024. Kendrick Lamar is there with the song Squabble Up. Asake featuring Travis Scott is there with the song Active. Leon Bridges is there with the song Peaceful Place. Billie Eilish is there with the song Lord. Shaboze is there with the song A Bar Song, Tipsy. Tommy Richman is there with $1 Million Baby. Rema is there with Yayo. Bonnie Light Horseman is there with Old Dutch. Couple of artists, yes, couple of artists are actually on this particular playlist. This is just to mention a few. I could see Lil Baby, I could see Beyonce, I can see Moses Somni, I can see Jordan Adetunji. So a couple of them are actually on this particular one, and people are looking for ways. People are looking for ways to actually be on this particular one. Rosalie, I do not know if you can hear me. I do not know if you can hear me at this particular moment. But then the playlist, Barack Obama's playlist, I would really want to know. I'd really want to know uh what do you think generally? What do you think? Is it a plus? Is it a plus? Is it a plus? Is this particular one a plus to us that is being featured on this particular playlist? Is it a plus to us? Rosie, what do you think?
Definitely. Of course, it is a plus for us as a country, Nigeria. I mean, the president lead that a whole Obama that we feature in his favorite music list for the year. That's really, I mean, a global recognition for our music artists uh, in the general in the industry. So it is really a good advantage for us, and it's actually positioning our music artists out there to more publicity. I mean, this is free PR for him, though of course these guys are big boys on their own, but actually puts us in a good spotlight that these guys are doing well and you should listen to their music.
Yes, of course. I completely agree with you with that particular one. No matter how big you are, you definitely need more PR. You definitely need more publicity. So being on this playlist, come on, it can't even they hungry me to drop album. May I see if Barack Obama would add me, Osi Taroge Gentleman, add my name to that particular playlist. It's something big. It's something huge. It shows that Afrobeat is there. It shows that Afrobeat is there for a prominent figure as the former president of the United States to be vibing to Afrobeat. Then it means that these people are actually doing well, not just for themselves, but for the country at large. It's putting Nigeria in the global map. It is letting people know that Afrobeat is here to stay. So big ups to Rema, big ups to Asake, and big ups to Nigerian entertainers at large. I feel every other artist out there should, do the best they can actually do. Let me put it that way. Do the best they can actually do to get recognized globally. To get recognized globally. It's something that is a thing of pride. It's something that is a thing of pride. And this is where we're actually going to draw the curtains on today's episode of the Fameidols Hangout. But before that, I'd like to inform every creative out there, if you're an artist, if you're an actor, if you're a music producer, an industry executive, whatsoever you do, and you would like to be on this particular platform with me, myself, and I, Osita, the other gentleman, and also the General Fame Idols crew. Just log on to our website www.fameidols.com www.fameidols.com, and if you RSVP to the event on the website, you could join us live from our virtual studio. Yes, you could join us live from our virtual studio. You could join us on this particular program. You could earn yourself a spot to let people know about exactly what you do. So it would be really amazing. It would be really amazing to have you here with us. To be really amazing have you here with us in the studio. And Roslyn, big ups to you. I really had a splendid time having you in this particular program with me.
Thank you.
It It was it was so amazing. Where I can't even expect to say you go para. That is when we were talking about the sexual harassment. You were so calm. I don't know. I was expecting you to explode. I was expecting you to even punch the actor through the screens. But then, well, I can see you were maintaining steez. It's fine. It's fine. It's good to maintain steez. It's very, very fine. So if you'd like to connect with me, Osita Target Gentleman, on the personal level, log up to our site at www.fameidols.com. I'm actually there. You could connect with me. You could get to interact with me one-on-one. You get business with me. Reach there. Maybe you are aligned on a two-side level. Follow us on all our social media platforms at Fameidols, TikTok, X, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever it is. Please follow us and get updated on the latest industry trends, whatsoever is happening in the creative industry. Get updated right there. Till the Christmas special, like I said, I personally I'll be doing something, I'll be doing something to all our viewers for Christmas. Yes, if you know you're watching this particular broadcast now, or you do not want to miss our Christmas special, you don't want to miss our Christmas special. So we're going to be here on Wednesday, Christmas Day, for the Christmas special of Fame Idols Hangout. I'll be doing something special for all our viewers that are going to be watching that program live, not people that watch later. So do well to join me live on Christmas Day. Till the 25th, I remain Osita, the rugged gentleman. And I was here with Roslyn, ever wonderful Roslyn. She was here with me on this particular one. And together we say, have a
Yeah.
wonderful night rest. We say, enjoy the rest of your day. We say, God bless you. And we say, show love to everybody that you can actually show love to. It's a season of love. Yes, feel free to collect my account number and show love to me. Yes, I don't mind for that. I don't mind for that. Have a wonderful night rest. And bye bye. See you on Wednesday.
Bye. Same time on Wednesday. Goodbye.